What is up, everybody? It is SketchCat here. Today I'm going to be showing you the painting VR on the Oculus Quest 2. It's really cool. Ooh, my studio's still dirty. Studio, clean up. Yes. There we go. Now we're all good to go. Alright, so this is it. I mean, it's pretty awesome. The VR is really immersive. You got a huge studio. Got this cool teleportation feature with one of the D-pads. It's kind of like, reminds me of throwing a grenade in any other game. And it helps you. You got a slow walk, and then the teleport helps get you around where you want to go. This is the studio, and it is amazing. We can pick up just about anything. We've got our white latex gloves on, and so you want to change colors or something, just let it go. This one's taking a while. Why is it taking so long? Come on now. Maybe we'll go this way. We'll turn it pink faster. I don't know why these little cups don't seem to do it very fast. If we came over here, oh, it's still got one of my colors I had last time. Alright, so they're mixed on what I used to have them anyway. Say you pick up some blue, turn this pink into a purple, and they just kind of balance back out. Dude, I don't really need those right now. Anyway, setting paint buckets so they don't spill over is really hard, but that's okay. It's free paint, so let's see. What am I going to do? I'm going to go to open up a reference file. References. This is the one I like. It's so funny because I feel like they just picked this up off of the internet. I feel like it's not something that they've made, and you can put your picture wherever you want them. I don't think this is a good spot for this one. It's got a whole it's got a whole internet browser here, so you can bring up a tutorial. I saw some guy following a Bob Ross with this program, and it was pretty cool. So let's just start off with this brush here. What color do we want to go? Where was that pink I had? This will work. First of all, I'm going to kind of mess with my thickness, is how much paint is on the brush on a scale of 0 to 1. Mix is how much it mixes with the other colors around it. So it's really cool. It's got the exact texture you would expect from the brush shape. And it also, it's just so amazing. So let's start off with some pink there. Then, this is so cool. Say you want to change a color. It's got a color picker. So I can turn this jar into some nice dioxazine. And let's see, got 50-50 mix. That should be good. Oh no, I dropped it. Which you can still see it actually touched the water bucket because it was dry. I might have my mix up a little too high. Let's turn that down just a little, or a lot. There we go. That's starting to see some of the blending. It is so satisfying to mix these colors. I mean, it's almost cooler than the real deal, honestly. At times it feels like that anyway. Alright, there's all kinds of different brushes. Here's a roller. Here's a cool, whoop. I still don't have the controls completely down, so I still push the wrong buttons sometimes. It's got, where's my purple? We'll just pick it again. Let's go Phthalo. Yeah, got it. here's the paint flinger. It's really so exactly what you would expect from a paint flinger. Very cool. Then you got some more detailed brushes. This is a nice wide one. Thickness, let's turn that up. Mix. It's probably good. It's probably a little bit too much mixing, but you can see this one's a much softer brush. So it's so cool though, because you can see the underside of my brush has the colors mixed in. The top still has the original paint load, so it's very accurate, and it's super fun. Even these, I can just mix them right away. And what's great about the computers and digital art, the undo button. I seem to have a lot of series there, so it didn't really do much, but oops, wrong button. It's a lot of fun just playing around. Let's go with, what kind of base do we want? Probably have to turn my mix down all the way if I'm trying to get some cover. Doop, down, up. It's got this little bitty liner here, which I think, as every artist knows, is your fine detail. It's really amazingly detailed, just like a real brush. It's so cool. I'm not sure. Apparently I glitched this over there, but we'll see if that undo button. There we go. That's it in all of its glory. It's gonna take some time to get used to, obviously. I've got some other works that I've kind of started. Portfolio. Here's like a kind of a sunset that is my usual style. I can even color pick right off the painting. I apologize for shaking. I'm taking medication now that causes me to be shaky. I haven't really eaten today. That's the only thing that seems to help it, but that's all right. The invaluable palette. Every artist's. Let's go with this one. This is what every artist utilizes. Did I get it? No. Kind of a long shot there, especially for shaking hands. But, I mean, you can check the texture of that paint. It is so cool. It's really amazing how they got it down as much as they do. Come on, pick it up. Is that too far? You see the blue circle around me is my perimeter, so if I step out of that in real life, it'll like kind of show me the real world instead. That was my cat sleeping. Alright, I'm gonna sit down because I'm a old lazy artist these days, and because I can. Mix. Let's just have a little bit. I guess I could have just pulled it right off of there too, but it's really amazing what some of these brushes can do. It's totally just whatever the shape of brush is, it's what it does. Pick up some of that light violet. Work it in. And this is what you'll see a lot of artists do. They'll step back and kind of look, and they'll kind of pick out one or two spots in their mind where they want to do something, and that's all it takes. Starting to get that blend in. If that's not enough, just kind of push the side down on it. Reloads the pigment we have. This is really exciting. You probably can't hear it in my headset. I'm having a hard time getting my headset linked up to my computer to record the sound. But it's got cool paint sounds, cool brush sounds. This is, there's like an infinite supply of each color here. Oh, that's good. It's got the shadow. I really need to be looking at a reference here. That's kind of the standard deal with me. I want that color. No, that color. Oh, give me that kind of purplish. I don't think that's it. It is. Wow, that's it. It looks very light. You can see an old drip mark here. Let's put some white on it. Again, just start blending itself right on in. There we go. That should be closer. That's more of the value we want. I'd usually be using that to play some music to work with. Still hold them by the very, I hold my controller by the very tip, just like I'd hold my brush. It's kind of funny. Old habits die hard, I suppose. What are you? Oh. I need to turn my mix up. I mean, you kind of get the idea of it at this point. So it took me a while to kind of start getting used to the color scheme, the way the colors work. I mean, obviously in real life we're using a subtractive color process, because when one pigment mixes with another pigment, it dulls the resulting combination. So a single pigment is your brightest colors you can get, and once you start mixing, they start getting duller and duller and duller. Well, this is not the case. As a result of the subtractive color process, I have not used black in years. I mean, if I use black, it's going to be black by itself. I'm not really going to be mixing it with any colors, because it just absolutely zaps the saturation out of a color, even just the tiniest bit. What are you? Why are you still here? Nope, I want to unlock you. I'm not sure why. This, maybe if I teleport? No. It's from this board. What? Look, we're moving you. You don't have to be here. Well, I took the whole thing with it. Maybe if we unlock the easel too. And that's another thing you can set up your studio wherever you want, however you want. Here we go. We'll just put it behind for now. There's lots of cool little... Oh. Did not expect to have that right in my face. Let's see what color we got here. That's kind of nice. Ooh, way too much. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there's a thickness setting. Wow, it's still brutal. 0, and this is 0 thickness. It's still pretty intense. Oh, well, that's what spray paint artists usually do, is get right up on it for the details. And they might have some different tips too. Slowly, slowly. Nope. Anyway, I'm no good at graffiti, so. But in this game you can learn. Here's the wild child. This is... So in the demo video, they showed some other things they haven't finished in production yet. Like there was a board that attached to this, and you could take any brush you wanted and attach it to the board like it was 3 feet long or whatever. So they had just a crazy of every brush on there, and then it can spin for you. So this isn't a usual thing, but it is a lot of fun. Very interesting. Anybody that's seen me paint in real life knows that I wouldn't be opposed to holding this many brushes in one hand. In fact, that's one of the biggest limitations we have here, is that I cannot hold 10 brushes in every hand. Still, it kind of freaks me out when stuff's about to hit me in the face still. I think that's probably a normal thing for most people learning VR. Kind of a reflex when we don't need one. You get out the way. You down. You off. And just like in the real life, you just toss your stuff when you're done with it. I mean, look at that. Look at the texture under those boards. It's just amazing. It's even got the, the 9-inch roller. Pick it up. Why aren't you grabbing it? There we go. I wish I could just paint everything, but who knows? Maybe that'll be in a future update. It's almost like if painting could be an arcade experience, this is what I would imagine. Alright, well, that's about it. Not trying to create... Oh, I got my hand backwards. Not trying to do anything too fancy here. Still just messing around with it. Trying to think if there's anything else I didn't show. Like, I do know some of the other modes is... You can put it on the floor. It usually shows up over here. And then from that floor you can, of course, do what? You can get your Jackson Pollock on. Oh. Obviously I just, whoa, don't like that one. Obviously I just knocked some stuff over in real life, so. And even with these brushes, it's amazing. I started talking about color earlier. Yeah, sorry, I kind of got sidetracked. So we're used to subtractive color processes. Here we're literally mixing light, so it's an additive color process. That's why we can take black and add it to colors, and it won't zap the saturation. It really will just make the color darker without losing its vibrancy. It's great. It's really amazing. One of the drawbacks I have seen is oranges. As you can see, cadmium orange, well, that looks exactly like some of the other reds. So it's really lacking in the orange. Yellow ochre is normally actually an earth tone, but that's really the closest thing to orange we can get right now. So it's kind of a letdown for the sense of orange. But at this point, it's still in its infancy, so hopefully someone comes up with a solution for that. Because that's one of the great color on the color wheel. If I remember correctly, orange is the only color that's always warm, no matter whether it's based off of your lemon or your cadmium yellow, cadmium red. Well, that should actually, let's do that. Let's have a little experiment. easily go on the wall too. Which we've all been there. Come on, I want to pick it up. No, did I? Yeah, that should be it. I should be able to move it now. There we go. It's just grabbing too far away. And we're kind of limited. But there's some other cool stuff to do. I'm curious how big of a print you can get off of. Okay, did it go back? Because I still want it on the wall. There we go. This is one cool thing. Now, that is a serious canvas. It's really cool. And that's when you can really start getting into, whoa, I'm stuck in the wall. The teleport is amazing. Oh, I wanted that one. Let's go. I'm a sucker for Thalo. Thalo is a cool blue, as opposed to ultramarine, which is the go-to warm blue. And oh, it's so much fun. I won't be saving this one, of course, but I wonder what happens when I shrink it down with all these drip details. Everything's a new experiment. So, incredibly satisfying. Oh, it looks like it will probably start to get a little blurry in there in some places, but I would be covered in paint. And it takes a while to get used to that too. Always trying to stay clean. Alright, so that's all I got. Let's use our roller. I got my hand on backwards. Oh, I got my hands reversed. How long has that been happening? A thing. What? Oh, wrong button. I was pushing the wrong button that whole time. So let's go for this. Mix down because it's got a ways to travel. It's so weird. Like my sense of bearings, like directional, is like I totally feel I'm flipped around in real life now, even though I'm staring in the exact same direction as when we started the video. Honestly, at this point, I'm still just having fun making marks and stuff in the game. I'll turn that mix back up a little so we can start mixing it in. And let's bring it back down. I'm going to add some more. Boop. Sometimes while I'm working with this, I can't help but think of Jim Carrey and the Cable Guy when he says, "There's no end to the possibilities," because we're living in the future, for real. That's what I've heard a few people say about this game, and I don't think it could be any more accurate. I don't know, however, how to get up there. I mean, I guess this would be the kind of a good piece to put on the floor. I'm standing on my painting. This feels so weird. I've never stood in a painting before. Well, I'm hitting stuff in real life. I should probably sit down. Oh, I still have this brush in my hand. Oops. It's lost a lot of its saturation. Now it's only flinging blue from the backside. Leave it to me. I can't even leave a 6-foot circle for myself to work with. Get back into mix up a little. We'll start. What's that color hiding right there? That's what I want. Look, that looks like just big puddles of cerulean. And that stuff's like $60 for just a couple ounces. Like a travel size tube of toothpaste. And again, I want to see, I mean, this looks like really good resolution on this large size image, so I would hope that it would offer the ability to make some pretty good size prints. Ooh, I see blank canvas. I feel a kitty. There's a cat on my hand. Is it a cat or is it a pillow? Oh, it's a pillow. It's a fuzzy pillow. I hear a cat. I feel a pillow. It'll be interesting to go back and listen to this video since I'm using my computer's microphone to see when I get close to the computer and my volume increases on my voice, and when I get further away. maybe some long-term use of that will enable like some, oh yeah, help me get the sense of bearings established. Now, it's just too much going on. I like the splashes, but they're not the entire feature of the painting. So now give me some yellow. I'm probably leaving a trail as I hop around with this drip brush I'm holding in my hand. John Louder was my painting professor for most of college, and he used to constantly say, more paint, bigger brushes. He'd just walk into the room and say that no matter what was going on for the day. Oh, I felt like it dripped on me. That was so weird. Oh, it was the cord. The cord hanging down that you put around your wrists. That's hilarious. I was like, why did that paint hit me? One thing that drives me nuts is I can't paint the sides of the canvas. That's bothersome to me. I mean, yeah, it looks really clean. I'm just used to incorporating that as part of the design aesthetic. Alright, so we gotta move in threes. We don't have to, but I'm gonna stand back and look at the design. It'll be more interesting. Why can't I move? I messed up. Alright, I really need to put this brush down. Let's just Alright, fair enough. Oh no, whatever shall we do? It's one of the things in art, even though there is a redo button, I'm really glad they limited it, because the best kind of paintings they're going to be you just roll with the accidents. It's kind of an important thing to learn. Whatever your plan was, just change it a little bit. Let the painting become what it is. Nope. Yeah. Let's see. I want this, but I want to start mixing it out. I'm really now just starting to get a hold of the whole mixing ratios. I'm going to try to it's starting to look interesting, I suppose, other than all those dang drips. I kind of went a little crazy. I mean, it was fun. I didn't really plan to build anything on this, so I gotta take another look at it. Alright, where you at? Put you back on the wall for a while. Where could we use some more yellow? And it's kind of cool where it's at. It's starting to turn into something. I just kind of got to get rid of all those dots, or at least some of them. Make me want to do it right now. So really, the reach. When I started this video, I honestly had no anticipation to do my first like largest possible painting that there is. I just kind of started on it and it's fun, so. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. Alright. Let's actually do. I remember you. Kind of drop this one off for now. Switch hands with you. It's really amazing how well that works. Looks like it can only drip a single color. My brush is getting pretty mixed out with that color, but it's still totally yellow. These violets in here. Well, that was probably loud on the video. Sorry about that. Alright. I've seen it. Oops, wrong button. Let's go back to the floor since it's so big. Should we bring with us? What do we want? Let's bring something else. This is funny. I used to do this in real life all the time. Where did that come from? Again, I really wish I could hold more than one brush, but that's okay. This looks bent. It is bent. It's a very flimsy roller. I didn't buy it though. So I was going to go back out here and kind of start taking out some of these. I really need to have my mix down. Look at that. That's some high quality paint. You wouldn't find very many things to paint right over some wet phthalo blue. That stuff is some of the highest tinting powered paint there is. No! Oh, that's actually awesome. So, in keeping with that trend, negative Ghost Rider. If I that should be good. I don't know. It's a lot. Well, let's add more instead of take some off. Someday we'll get a hold of that, or get a hang of that. What else could we do? What else could we do? That is some thick, beautiful paint. No! That's one of those accidents I talked about. I want it. Just roll with it. Get it? Why, yes, I still am a dad. What are you doing? Do I have it upside down? Alright, can I pick it up the other way? Let me first wait if I can't. I think I laid it down that way, right? No, I cannot pick it up the other way. That should be... I am going to message the creator about that. He's really good. The team that made this... Well, I guess I can do that. I just kind of turn my remote around instead. That works. You are dangerous. No. He got on it too. Uh-oh. Where'd that go? Alright. That's okay. So, I have a feeling what we need is some of this quote unquote no. There's honestly like, oh, I have a bad habit of leaving the sponge in the water. It does nothing. Nothing. You know, yes, that's absolutely what we need. So I dunk it. If you don't have any paint on your brush, it won't pick anything up when you do a color picker. So let's just, I'm going to kind of use the remote. Oh, it stops me. That's not what I wanted to do. One more time. There we go. Like trying to duck my head to get through the stuff. It's a little dark, but it is the orange that we have to work with. So what I'm going to do is take this, kind of go bloop, 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 bloop. Now I'm going to turn my mix all the way up. Let's see what happens now. Well, that was a lot. I shouldn't have turned it quite up all the way, but that's okay. Let's turn it down. Yeah, turn my hand over. Being a house painter for 10 years, there is a certain way I like to hold my rollers. Although I assume here it's just kind of psychological. This is going to end up being a background layer. For what? I do not know. It's kind of small, actually. Let's fix that. Let's see is it the thickness here? It also seems to affect the texture that it puts on. Obviously, this thicker, I mean, you can see that texture, I would never be allowed to put that onto a wall and leave it. Let's see. Probably look. I don't know if that changes. No, it doesn't really change it. So I was wrong. So now what do we do with that orange spot that stands out like a sore thumb? I know. Drop that. I want this beauty. I want that beauty to be, first of all, a color. Second of all, I'm coming back. Why won't you come with me? There we go. I'm gonna put that right down there on it. You're painting right over. That's probably the closer to cadmium orange than the others said. Actually, that makes me want to check. Because I can. Oop. Yellow ochre. It's kind of in the shadow here, so it's not a fair competition. Alright. Definitely closer. What is cadmium orange? What is cadmium red? That looks, well, yes. It's crimson. I was gonna say, Cad Red kind of looks like Cad Red Deep on here. Ooh, no, I think I had it before. Well, all good colors. Well, let's take this Naples. Let's put some on our palette half. Ooh, what happens if we do these? I thought I turned the mix. Boop. I'm gonna turn it all the way, I guess. I'm also going to take cadmium lemon. You know what? I'm going to just, well, I can get black and white off there, so. The color I was going to take, I remember. Really don't. That orange doesn't seem to fit. But we can use it to make this turquoise stand out even more. It's starting to look like something interesting, at least. I don't know what this is. Like, oh, can I? Awesome! Oh, I just figured that out. That is awesome. Okay, so I can hold multiple brushes in a hand. I just got to use this for it. I really only want this to be like a 5-minute video, so I might just edit till the end and cut it. I can honestly tell you, I have never worked on a painting this big solo or on the floor. The only time bigger was working on a mural in a class. Even that wasn't a canvas. It was, it wasn't a, it was loose canvas. It was not stretched. I like that much better already. No, I'm gonna keep them together. I should have left some of that orange to kind of attacking with this cadmium red deep. I gotta save or I'm gonna lose this painting. That battery does not mess around. So, oh, awesome. Did I just figure out a hack? Shimmy. I remember that. Bye.